Alright, g'day jabronis, it is Averd. Back here with you again, actually recording live this time. I have no reason for these headphones, I just realised because there's no music playing. We're here with my second bout for the Floaroma Florges up against Bronson and the Paul and Polywags. So he's representing Saffron Snorlaxes, which is Masto's team. I believe at the time of recording, both of our teams are currently 2-2. So winning this game is really important, because if I win this one, then... Oh my god, he started timer, what the fuck? Alright, I'll just lead Xerneas, Gengar, and have Celesteela and Ray in the back. I don't think he'd start timer, but sure. Whatever. He leads with the exact lead I expected. So this is fine. Yeah. He, pretty much all I do in this matchup is pretty free. Like, I know Graham's team pretty well. I think it's free. I don't know how well Bronson's going to use it, but I just Geomancy and Z Shadow Ball. Here's Lunala, turn 1. Because he has no switching on that side for Z Shadow Ball, and he'll think that me being a Mega Gengar, his Lunala will be able to live, and it won't. It'll die. And if his Medicham... I mean, his Medicham should just fake out my Xerneas. We'll see if it actually does. But normally, yeah, they just fake out there, and then I can just Z move and knock out his Lunala. So sick. Lunala's dead. He sends in Lele, which, as far as I remember, is Scarfed. So, knowing Bronson, he'll want to jab my Xerneas, which potentially picks it up. I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to think if I have any reason to keep Gengar around. I mean, I kind of do, because I'm pretty confident he's a Scarf Lele, so he's just going to click a Psychic move to kill my Gengar. He's going to try and jab and kill my Zern, but I don't think it kills, so I can Dazzle and pick up both, and then go hard into my Celesteela. He has no reason to high jump kick into the Gengar slot. I can preserve the Gengar because it's still good in this game. I can just go into this, as he just decides to double attack. That's kind of fine for me, so I know that he's locked into Psyshock. So I can just go to my Ray. And now I can just basically Dragon Ascent the shit out of the Medi slot and then sub up in my Celesteela. Sweet. Actually, I don't even need to sub up. I can just Heavy Slam his Lele here. It's pretty free. Dragon Ascent Medicham, Heavy Slam Lele. Pretty straightforward. My Ray outspeeds his Medicham, so I'll just knock it out. He's locked into Psyshock, which will do fuck all to my Ray. And we're looking pretty good. So he just Psyshocks, does a decent chip, but I'll knock out his Medicham. So it's whatever. And I'll just Heavy Slam into his Lele, which should pick it up. Sick. And that's game. Awesome. Awesome start. So he just forfeits and we get game 1. So, good start for us. We're going to go over to game 2, which is over here. I've played this team so much on ladder because of how well Graham used it in North America. So I know the matchup really, really well, which is why I felt pretty confident heading into this one. I know that Gengar on lead is just super duper threatening for him. Like Gengar plus Xerneas is normally just so threatening to him, but this time around what I'm going to mix it up with is I'm going to lead Gengar plus Celesteela. Reason being is because he leads with the exact same leads, then he's forced to fake out my Celi if he needs to, and like Gengar lead is just so free, and I can have Incin maybe in the back this time. I'm questioning whether I need the Rayquaza or not. Maybe. Zern is just super good, but it's also super obvious. I feel like I can go Incin and I'll go Ray. I don't really need Finny in this matchup, and I like having Incin now this time to kind of cover if he tries to make some plays with Lele and shit. And then Ray in the back is just insanely good against this team. I feel a little bit weak to Kyogre though. So Incin's a bit of a tricky one. I think I won't go with Incin. I think I still lead Gengar plus Celesteela, and then have Zern plus Ray in the back, because I can still have opportunities where I can just set up with Zern and kind of win the game. And with this lead, it covers if he tries to lead Nihilego, expecting Z move or whatever. So this is pretty free. Gengar Celi's good, because he leads Lele and Coco. So that's sick for me, because if I'm Bronson, he's obviously going to try and knock out my Gengar turn 1, and then probably just go for the electric move into my Celesteela. I'm assuming. This is a really good actually lead matchup for him, I'm not going to lie. But my play is just going into my Rayquaza, and I believe I just protect with my Celesteela. He doesn't know that my Selly has Protect. Do I Protect or do I... Okay, sick. Actually, Protect isn't bad. We go on Array, and if I Protect here, this is actually pretty good if his Coco just went for Wild Charge into that slot. He goes into the Ray slot. Does a good chip. Not bad. So I think he is just going to try and set up a Tailwind with his Lunala here. When I get the Strong Winds up, he won't be able to knock out my Ray except with Z-Move from Lunala, which he may go for. But what I want to do here is just Mega Evolve and go for an Earth Power into the Coco, and then have my Celesteela, I think, potentially, because the Strong Winds will be up, I just want to go for a Substitute here and see what he wants to do when I go into Xerneas on the other side. Actually, I want to Leech Seed his Lunala this turn, because I think he's going to try and just, yeah, he's going to try and Wild Charge there. It does decent chip, but now my Earth Power should be able to pick up his Coco. Crit didn't matter there, and he will go for the Tailwind pretty obviously, and I can Leech into his Lunala, break that Shadow Shield, so we're in a pretty good spot. He could go back into Lele, which would be scary. He chooses Metacham, which actually, I mean, it's still scary, but it's not as bad. His Lunala should just attack my Ray to knock it out, and the Metacham may just try and Fake Out. I'm not too sure. I expect Ray to die this turn, though. So I'm thinking about what I want to do after that. Most likely what I'm just going to do this turn is go for Extreme Speed into the Metacham slot. I think he's going to Z-move with his Lunala to knock out my Ray, and then he's going to try and High Jump Kick my Selly, so I'll just Protect it. I just Protect Selly. I think he doesn't Fake Out. Wow, he tried to Fake Out. Okay, sick. I get free E-Speed chip on his Metacham, and he will Z-move with his Lunala to try and pick up my Ray, which he does succeed in doing. So, you know, decent play by Bronson. I can respect the hustle. What I can do now, though, I think, is just go into my Xerneas. Mainly because I believe Tailwind has 2 turns remaining. Yes, so that's awesome. He can't risk... He wasted his Z-move, which is really good, because it means he should double attack my Xerneas this turn, I believe. So what I want to do here, knowing that High Jump Kick from Metacham, what I do here, I think, is I Geomancy and I Heavy Slam, because I have Protect on Gengar, so I can cover endgame plays. But I think, yeah, I Geomancy and I Heavy Slam the Metacham, because Heavy Slam should pick up Metacham from here. And I think he's going to go for Psyshock into that, and then if I can get the free chip on Metacham and knock it out from here, then I'm left with his Lele and Lunala against my Celesteela, which they can't really beat together. So, yeah, we're going to do that. With Gengar in the back as well, I can Protect to bypass a turn, as he does just HK and it actually knocks out. That's pretty impressive, but I am able to Geo for free. So, like, oh, he roared. Okay, cool. You know what? Respect, man. Respect. But I can just double Protect here. Like, it was a good play, potentially, but the only way this works out for Bronson is if he doubles out one of his Mons here. It's a 50-50 turn right now for me. It really just comes down to if I predict Bronson to swap out a Pokemon or not. I think what I just do... I got a tough choice to make, I suppose. Do I want to... Obviously, like, double Protect is really obvious. He doesn't know that my Gengar has it, but he knows that my Xerneas definitely will have it. So the question is whether he swaps out one of these guys and goes into his Lele and attacks with the other one. I think he can't risk that happening, though. He needs to Psyshock and Jab. I think he needs to knock out Xerneas this turn, 100%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double Protect with both and just see if he does go into Lele or not. I'm hoping he doesn't. He did. Okay, fair play. He wins the game because... actually, no, he doesn't win yet. It's not over. It will depend on if my Xerneas can pick up his Lunala with Moonblast. I think if it can, I have a chance to win. Because what I do here is I know that his Lele is going to knock out my Gengar this turn, 100%. So what I do is I guess fucking, at this point, Z-move the Lele, whatever. What I need to hope is that Moonblast from my Xerneas can pick up Lunala. If it can, we have a chance to maybe bring this back. I don't think I outspeed Lunala anyway, though, so he's going to get up Tailwind, and then we're screwed because Lele just knocks out Gengar, and then double attack into Xern probably just wins. So I'm trying to think of, like, how the hell do I win this game? Only way I think I can win is double protecting with Gengar and Moonblast being able to knock out Lunala. Even then, it's really hard to come back from. I think Bronson has this, because he just Psychics that. I can't Geomancy. Dude, that roleplay was really good from him. I really didn't expect him to click it, but, you know, fair props to him for clicking. I know the information now. So I can play that better. This is what I'm saying. Bringing Incin would have been huge. It literally just walled these last two. So, food for thought for the third game. I think I have to try and protect with Gengar, and then just try and knock out his Lunala. Yeah, because Psychic Terrain's up. I have to try and get the double protect and hope that Moonblast can pick up Lunala, and then we have a chance. Unfortunately, I don't get the protect off, so he will just kill that, and he lives on 1. This is kind of okay, because I... Oh, okay. Dude, did he not Tailwind? He didn't. This is huge. He didn't Tailwind, which means that his Lele now should probably try and swap out to Medicham, because it can't attack me at all. This is literally going to come down to if Medicham can pick up my Xerneas, I suppose. I believe he outspeeds with Moongeist Beam, though. So, like, he has no reason not to just attack me. But I can just protect. And then if he's disabled, it's going to come down to if he can kill me. Does he Tailwind predicting protect? Maybe. I mean, I have to click protect regardless. He goes in and... Dude, what? Wow. GG. Dude, I didn't expect that play. I didn't expect him to go hard Medicham, because if I just click Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast, then if he lost Medicham, I won the game. Because his Lele is disabled. I think he just wins. It will depend if he picks me up. I mean, he should win. Because he has... No, maybe not. I just Dazzle and hope that Poison Jab doesn't kill. P-Jab should kill. It does. Okay, cool. Game 3. So, what we learned from Game 2 was just... I didn't expect, first of all, that high jump kick to kill my Selly. On that turn, I should have gone from hard Selly into Gengar. I think I know that for the future now. So, lead matchup-wise, he led really strong to shut down my Gengar, but I'm going to lead Gengar again, because it's just the optimal lead. I think I lead Gengar and Xerneas. It puts the most pressure on his team. Celesteela definitely in the back. And then the question is if I want to go Rayquaza or Incineroar, because we know the Coco is like physically offensive, so going into Incin shuts that down. Going into Incin shuts down a lot of his team, which I like. Ray is good because it just kills Medicham, but so does Xerneas and Gengar. So I'm going to go with Incin this time. Mix it up. I think Incin's just really good here against this team. The risk that I'm taking with bringing Incin, though, is if he does bring Kyogre, it does pose an issue if I don't bring one of Finny or Ray. Bringing Finny could be good, actually. Finny on lead could be really nice. If he leads, like, Lele plus something, having Finny out could be good. Heal Pulse is super clutch. Do I want to bring it, though? Because it's only good if he brings Kyogre. It's the only way it's good. Ray could be really nice. I wish I could have preserved Ray last game, but I just didn't have a good switch in. I think, yeah, those two are great leads. I think I need Selly, though, in this matchup, don't I? I mean, look at his team. Selly just... maybe I don't, though. Well, Incin does about the same job that Selly's going to do in this matchup, I feel. I think I'm going to bring Incin over Celesteela. It doesn't immediately kill Lele, though, which is the part that worries me. I definitely just want to lead with the lead that did so well last time. And I'm tossing up whether I want Incin in the back or not. Or maybe I just go Incin Celesteela. Honestly. Because... no, that makes me really weak to Ogre if he brings it. But then I just have to play smart around Ogre. That's why I like leading with Zern plus Gengar. Because it just puts a lot of pressure on. I think I need... Do I need Celesteela? It does just beat a lot of his team. I think I need to have Ray. I think I need to have Selly. Fuck it. Gengar Zern versus Coco and Lele. So cool. Exact same leads. This is pretty fine. The fear, obviously, is him going for Magic Room maybe with Lele. I think he just clicks Psychic Move with his Lele. Or he just Magic Rooms. Maybe. Maybe Magic Rooms. I'm thinking about like just... I don't have a great switch into Coco. So I'm thinking of just protecting Gengar and Moonblasting Coco this turn. Puts the pressure on him a little bit if he does choose to Wild Charge. I like this play. This is not great lead matchup, I will be honest. But I think I can work around it. He does this Magic Room as expected, which is sick. So I get the free Moonblast off against this Coco and almost knock it out. And get a, well, the special attack drop doesn't matter. But because he chose a Magic Room with his Lele, this is actually really, really good for me. I don't need to Geo at all. What it's going to come down to is if his Wild Charge picks up Gengar. But what I could also do here is I could double into my Rayquaza to tank the Wild Charge. And if I do it that way, I should be able to knock out Coco with the recoil, and then I can just Moonblast freely into the Tapu Lele slot. Which is what I'm considering doing here, because I can preserve Gengar in this matchup, and it's so good. So I'm going to go hard Ray, and I think I'm just going to Moonblast into the Lele slot, to be perfectly honest with you, because, yeah, this is just the play. He should try and Psyshock or something. He just Wild Charge as expected. That should knock him out. It didn't knock him out. That's unfortunate, but the Moonblast will be able to pick up a good amount of damage on Lele. And what this means is that my Ray can E-Speed and knock out his Coco. Moonblast, I don't think, when I'm with AV, will be able to knock me out. And then Zern can pick up Lele with another Moonblast. So we're in a pretty good spot. If we're sitting here with Ray plus Zern, even if he goes into Lunala, I won't feel too bad, because Ray can just break the Shadow Shield. And if he goes into Metacham, then one of these two is going to knock out Metacham on that turn. And then all he's left with is the Lunala, which my Selly should be able to beat, plus Gengar. So E-Speed Coco and Moonblast Lele. 100%. Because, yeah, I E-Speeded Coco, right? Extreme Speed against Coco, yep. That should be fine. He could double out into Lunala, but he didn't. Sick. So I should be able to pick up that Coco. Boom. Lele's Moonblast I don't think will kill my Ray. It actually did. That's better for me. That is so much better for me, because boom, that dies. And now if his last two were Lunala Metacham, I go into Gengar and win the game. Lunala Metacham? Sick. Gangbang. GG. Because all I do now is just Mega Evolve, Never Ending Nightmare Lunala, and then I just Moonblast his Metacham. Because Lunala doesn't have Protect. If Metacham goes for Poison Jab, Gengar picks it up on the turn after. We win the game. It's done. Game's over. Lunala doesn't have Protect. It has Moongeist Beam, Roar, and Tailwind. I don't recall it having Protect. Even if it has Protect, it's wasting Protect this turn, and then next turn I knock him out, so I'm pretty sure the game's over. Yeah, he fakes out Zone. Game's over. That'll do it. So yeah, like, that lead was just really good. GG. Game's over, dude. Shadow Ball and Moonblast. We take the set. So second game, it was literally just that I probably should have just gone out of Celesteela into Gengar and preserved Selly for the terrible twosome that was Lunala plus Lele. It would have won me the game. I don't know what Bronson... Oh, he thought Z wouldn't work. Nah, man, Z moves obviously work. I don't know why. Even if the Z move didn't work, I think if Tailwind got up, we still could have been fine. I'm not sure. But yeah, we end up taking the set, which means that I think the Florges are now 3-2 up. GG to Bronson. I mean, like, obviously there was a chance the Z move didn't work. If the Z move didn't work, like if I knew that the Z move wasn't going to work, then what I literally would have just done is just Moonblast. I'm sorry, not Moonblast. I would have Shadow Balled his Metacham to just OHKO it. Because if it's only his Celesteela left, Magic Room had like one more turn after that. With his Lunala in, I could just double protect on his Lunala as it tries a Z move or whatever, and then on the next turn he's in the position of like Gengar can just Shadow Ball, Lunala can just go, Xerneas can just go for Geomancy. So I kind of had him checkmated regardless. So yeah, GG to Bronson, we get the win. It was kind of expected to win. He brought Graham's team, which I knew very well, so it made the matchup quite easy. Just second game was me just playing a bit silly, I suppose, just making some unnecessary plays. He led really well, but once I realised how to play around the Lele Coco lead with the same lead matchup, then it was pretty much fine. So yeah, happy days. Dude, that Coco was a threat. My team doesn't deal with it super great, especially when it's paired with an Ogre, because obviously I could have brought Incin against like the 4 that he brought, and Incin would have done great, but there was a factor of if he brought Kyogre, it was better having Rain. But yeah, we take it. We're up 3-2. Hopefully, we have 2 players left to play. I think it's Celine and I think it's Cats. So as long as one of them can win, then we take the set. Take the series, sorry. So let's hope we can do that. Anyway, I'm the Bird.